guys, welcome back to K-pop Talks. Today we're doing our third weekly K-pop recap of June 2023. I was supposed to make this video come out, but then I had my exams that were pushed back, so I didn't really have the time like I thought I was gonna have. Monday I had an exam that I was supposed to give 3 weeks ago. They put it there. I don't know, it was kind of a weird situation, but we have a little bit of songs to talk about, not that many. It's overall a short video, but I think we have enough quality and I think a lot of interesting stuff to talk about overall. First, we have Great Guys with Love, Love, Love. This is the first time I think, if I'm not mistaken, Great Guys have done this type of music. And overall, I think they're decent at it. Fine vibes, it's cool, it's funny, it's bright, it's supposed to be very summery in its aesthetics, and I think it is. Overall, it's a solid song. I wouldn't go back to it, but at the same time I respect the fact they're doing something different. They did their style for a little bit, didn't necessarily work as much because they're a new group, and they're trying to grow, so maybe changing their style would help. I don't know how much necessarily that would help, but I think they, you at least have to commend them for trying something different, where a lot of other groups would just go for what they normally do, which I think it's fine, but sometimes change is important, specifically when you're not seeing the results. Next is Stray Kids with DFN. This is another song I think that really works for a great summer vibe. I think it works great in concerts. I think it's fun. It's a really cool production, really good vocals. I love the sections in between the chorus and the verse. I think it's done very, very well. That's what I want to hear more from Stray Kids. Like I said, I wouldn't mind this to be their main single if they really focused on this type of stuff more. But you're in a big company, so you have to kind of like respect the certain rules when you have to drop a single. I get that, but it's overall a fine song in my opinion. I personally really enjoy it, but objectively it's okay. Next is Lisa with Realize. This is the Japanese song for the new Spider-Man movie. It's okay. It's a classic Lisa song. It's rock, great vocals, powerful vocals. It doesn't necessarily fit the image of the movie at all, but pretty sure they got her because she's the most popular. She worked on Demon Slayer and other stuff in terms of their tracks, so they probably wanted to go with somebody like that in the hope of getting another huge hit. I don't know how big this song is in Japan personally, but it's a fine song. It's very enjoyable. I just don't think it really fits with the image of the movie, which is more tech, more futuristic, so you would expect in a sense something more towards that. Next we have Becky Bean with Contrails. This song is fine. It's a ballad, decent vocals, production is pretty decent and stuff you've heard a million times. So it's an okay song overall. I enjoyed it. I think it's funny because the name of the song is Contrails, so there's like a warning from YouTube about how conspiracy theory and stuff like that. It's kind of funny they put it there, but the song is fine. I like her styles of singing a lot, but I wish she did something a little bit different to really make that aspect of her style really stand out, I think, in a more positive light. Next we have 80 it's with Bouncy. It's objectively a good song, might be my favorite of this week, but one of the biggest problems I have with this is how 80 it's like has a big problem, similar to what Stray Kids had, I think, maybe in 2021, 2020 as well. Like they have less of that problem now, I think, where they overproduce their music to the point where I don't think you can really enjoy the different sections of the songs as much because they put so much stuff on it that you can't even process it. So it's one thing if you do it between parts of the song, like there's a part in the music video where just straight up production, a lot of different things, and that's cool, but during even the chorus you can barely hear them speak because there's sounds, there's different things put in there. I don't know why they did that, but I just don't think it really works the way they thought. While the song is good and when I think they've done a good job at that, I wish they actually put more effort into understanding what you're making into that song, because when you have a style and you're successful, you're making money and everything, you actually don't think there's nothing wrong with it, and objectively there isn't, but I just think that this overproduction style of their music in more recent memory has actually hurt the overall quality of their own songs, which of their all of their songs from the albums and not specifically their singles. So yeah, it's good. It might be my favorites of this week, but I'm kind of disappointed in a sense. Next we have Twice with Misamo, which are Mina, Sana, and I'm forgetting the other one right now for whatever reason, Momo, with Marshmallow. It's a cute song, fun, really good vocals. I love how they go with a more deeper voice compared to the other stuff they've done in the past. It's really cool. I love the chorus. I think the lyrics are also really good. So overall, it's a simple song that Twice released, and they did a decent job with it for the Japanese audience. That's very good. Next we have Lunette with, or Lune 8 with Wild Art. Honestly, for our debut, I think it's pretty good. I think they've done a good job at like bringing that forefront, like young boys energy. At the same time, they have that third generation, fourth generation sound. They're able to fuse it. It's a pretty good chorus as well, with a very fresh image. They're not really copying anybody specifically, which I think is another great thing. So congratulations to the guys and their company. They've done a really good job with their debut, and it really seems to make sense for them and for whatever their company is trying to go with. So I'll definitely have to check the album because they released an album with it, and I'm curious to see what they're gonna do in the next months. But I think for a debut, it's very, very good. It's one of the better debuts from a boy group from this year, 100%. It's not even close considering how bad boys group did for the vast majority of the year until like in late April, early May. Before that, it was all terrible for the most part. Next, we have Groovelin with Gemini with Let Me Love You. It's a pretty good song. I'm not the biggest fan of the production itself, but I think for this style of songs that are meant for big EDM festivals, it really works. So I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I really like the way he collabs with it. I don't really have much problems with it. It's a fine release, and I think again, like I said, I want to see Gemini work with different styles of producers now on, and I'll just really get himself to his style. Next, we have Villain with Wallin. I really liked his other song, Nugu, that he dropped a couple of weeks ago. And I'm really liking this one as well. He clearly gonna drop a project in, I think, not a long time from now. So I think he did what he's supposed to do. Solid production, really great personality on the track. He has the right attitude. His flow is really good. His lyrics are passable, I think, for this type of song specifically. But his production choices are very, very good. So has his own style, and I think, of course, as more music you make, specifically in this case, I think he's gonna get better. But even from this to other stuff he has released recently, there is a clear difference. So he's not one of these artists like a Haon or a CK where they just tend to put themselves into that hole of doing that exact song every single time. So the song overall is pretty enjoyable for me, even though the lyrics can be a little bit cringe. This is it for the third week of June. Not a lot of new stuff, I would say, but from the stuff we heard, it was overall fine. The best song of this week is definitely 80. It's 100%, even though I have my complaints about it. But you know, you can always do better. That's a fact. Having said that, this was the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Probably next week again with another review, and then towards the mid of July you're gonna get the best and the worst songs and the best and worst albums I've heard this month of June. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and see you next time.